Sorry, I had to organize this in the order I'm going to be talking about it. But I play this deck IRL. Been playing it for years. I have it in a trash can because I'm gonna say this right now. I'm not a big fan of people talking up decks that aren't like that isn't true. This deck's trash. Don't play this deck if you want to like win like high events. But if you want to have fun and you just like the archetype, I highly recommend playing it. I do think I have this deck at its ceiling. I don't think I've seen anyone kind of push anything above what like this profile can push out. Again, link me some videos if you think you can. Obviously, I've seen the going second, going off versions of the deck, but I mean like being able to go first, second, depending on what your opponent picks. I can easily go first or second. I don't matter. It doesn't matter to me. I can kind of easily put up 2 negates, 3 negates, and then more challengingly put up 4 negates with like 6 cards in my hand. So that's pretty good, So yeah, so let's talk about the deck because again, some people are probably already yelling through the monitor um that they're not seeing certain fluffles in here like bear and stuff. I hard disagree with a lot of people about certain ratios of this deck. So I'm gonna start off with saying that if it's a hard one to return, with the exception of me saying I can normal summon this card and get plus, like from that, you get me? If it's a hard one to return and I can't just activate it for my opening hand, I don't want to run. I don't want to see it usually. I might want to draw into it through as my plays are going, but I don't want to open up with it. Or I might want to search it. Again, I don't want to open up with it. So I'm running 3 Fluffal Dog and 3 Fluffal Penguin because I do want to open up with those. I think that I guess the 2 Fluffal Dolphin is the only exception. I kind of do sometimes want to open up a Dolphin, but I'm not like really pissing the bed if I don't. You get me? Um, uh, Owl is a really important part to your combo. Same thing with well, Owl's a really important part to your combo. But you don't want to draw him. He's actually kind of a Garnet. He's not really a Garnet. He's not dead in your hand, obviously, but he's not really. You kind of want to search him specifically. This card is an extender. Everyone knows what Fluffal Cat is. Then Wings. Wings is a hard once per turn. I had Wings at 1 and was totally fine with having it at 1 because I was either gonna win the turn I used it, or I was gonna put up enough negates that my opponent would scoop it up. I was getting a lot of people pushing through my board, and me having to bounce back again. So I had the option to run another Wings or another Fright for Fusion. I opted for the Wings. I liked it more. The Fright for Fusion was a little awkward to get to my hand. Also, it was just a little awkward in general because I go through materials like a bitch on my first turn if I can. So yeah, I opted for the Wings way more, and also the having 2 wings would make my other Dolphin live, so that was dope too. And then also you get to just use Vendor, which is dope too. You get to draw 2 cards. 2 Chain, because it's a hard once per turn and I don't want to, I can't normal him, so no thank you. Also, Chain is a little redundant. The best card he can get you is a card that searches him, and I don't really care if it gets me Saber's instead. That card's a Garnet. So the only card that is of any use to me is this, because this card is a combo card. That's a Garnet. I don't want to draw it. So literally Chain is only getting me this. And that's just not that insane to me. If Chain could get a more, in the future, can get a different Frightful card that hasn't been released yet, then I would consider him bumping him up. But that's just my logic with it. It's just not there. That's a Garnet. You're only ever going to use that effect if you're like playing the long game, which hopefully you're not because you're playing Fluffals. Phantasme, because it's good. Also, I like having a body on board specifically for a cross sheep, so that's pretty good. Also, another negate's just never bad. Ash Blossom, because we draw like a fucking madman, and drawing a negate isn't bad. Bullish Burial Goods. Foolish Burial Goods. Sorry about that. I think this card is pretty self-explanatory. It's any Fluffal you want, or Sabrus if you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, send. And then also the good thing about this is it makes Dolphin live. So you really, if you open up with this and you can extend into a Dolphin, and you use this early on in the play, you're gonna get into some crazy boards. Triple Tactic Talents, because I played this deck a lot, and this deck loses to Ash. So if you get Ashed, or I mean, this deck just insta loses to Droll, so that's not even a thing. But you can at least play around the Ash. I've triple drawn 2, got the combo piece I was looking for because I run so many copies of the combo pieces I'm looking for. Like I'm running 6 to 9 copies of specific ones I need. This goes off and gets me the shit I need often. Poly, because you need it. Toy vendor. So okay, so here's my logic with Toy Vendor that I think a lot of people disagree, or I haven't seen a lot of deck lists lately. I just know in the beginning I was net decking a lot, and I kind of stopped after a while. Toy Vendor has one of the worst effects in this deck on the board, and so I can't really justify a card that doesn't give me the opportunity to yeet that bitch out of my hand. It denies me the opportunity of that. That's why I don't run Bear, because it literally gets on the board and now I have to use an effect, and the only effect I could use, and this is only situational in the certain part of the combo, is this, without me going neg, or without me getting the full, like, I guess, price of my combos. Because if I pop that dude with this dude, that's a card I could have popped, or a resource in my hand I could have had. You get me? So this is the only part, and that dude's coming out really early. So if I, obviously people bear to start their turn, but like, again, like, it's just not that worth it to me. And more often than not, I'm just going to be able to pop this because I'm going to open with it, rather than like me having to waste a resource. And then also, I just don't like the Bear Wings combo. I think it's kind of insane to have a 2-card combo when literally that's your combo. Just normal summon Dolphin, and that's your vendor combo, and you're good. So I don't see the value in a card that literally because Vendor is one of the best cards in your deck. So like running Bear, is literally like exploiting the worst part of this card. It's just it again. I don't even see it at 1 for me. And then Fight for Patchwork. It's the best card in the deck. You're running 1 fusion because it's a combo piece. You could bump this up to do it 2 if you're running a budget version. If you're running a budget version, I would say get rid of whatever's expensive you can afford here, and then get 2 Bear and 1 more of this. And then Fight for Repair. That's your Garnet again. And then this is an extender. Also, it's an opt to proc your sheep if you draw into it and your opponent's negating your shit. I've done this a lot, and it helps. You can just go into Millenniumize, which is totally doable. And then this, because draw, you lose the draw. And I've drolled a lot of drolls with this. I mean, I've negated draw a lot with that. Okay, so that's a combo piece. You're not really going to go into this. We know what Kraken does. We know what this does. We know what he does. We only running 1 Sabrus, so we run 1 of the options. Sabrus isn't at all in the combo at all, so this is literally going second. Or go on the 3rd turn or your 2nd turn. This is how you're gonna win. This is your win con. Again, instant fusion target. Then your negates would be this. This is everything past this is your negate options. So depending on what they're playing, you can do Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller is a little bit more situational. If you know Abyss Dweller really hurts, then rather than going into the Shark and then going into a Totally Awesome, you can go to an Abyss Dweller and just fucking find another way to yeet a Fluffal into your graveyard to keep the combo going. If you cannot absolutely do it, you cannot go into a Dweller because your combo stops there. It's a choke point. Appaloosa, because it's a fucking rogue deck, and then Cross Sheep. Cross Sheep's probably really important. I've thought about bumping this up to 2 just because going on my 2nd turn when I'm forced to go first, I kind of like this, but there's no room, I don't think, because you need these extra copies of this just because you need to play the Fluffal engine mainly. So yeah. And then Nibiru, I've cited this in a lot. If you know where to hit it, it hurts, obviously. Lancia, I think I might cut this for I might cut this. I do. I run a 1 Scythe. You can cut this for an effect builder. I'm just playing around with this still figuring it out. I might run a Scythe and a artifact lance. An artifact Scythe, and then run a I guess the artifact link monster. I forget his name, but I'm not liking this yet. I'm just playing with it. And then a droll effect builder, and then infinite impermanence. And yeah, that's the Fluffal deck. And I'll show you guys some combos. Yeah, so I'll show you the combos, and then you can come back here and then we'll talk about it. So assuming you saw everything that this deck can do, this deck could go first and it could go second as well. Again, I'm not sure. Did I start off? Yes. Don't play this deck if you want to win. please, if you want to win, like, I mean, events or something like that, like, the only reason I'm saying that too, because people might be like, oh, like, why are you saying that? So office, like, you're wearing fluffles. I don't know why, but I've noticed in, I guess, the YouTube community, with when it comes to more like rogue decks and like the more obscure corners of the internet, I've seen, I mean, with the Yu-Gi-Oh, I've seen a lot of like weird, like, clickbait, I guess, would it be? It's like, it's kind of like, not clickbait, but it's definitely malicious in nature, where it's like, oh, like, this deck's a sleeper, bro. You never know, man. Oh, this deck gets the right support card. It's over. You know, it's good investment. Just shit like that. And I mean, I don't know. I've always found that more malicious than doing bad than it is doing good. This deck is a lot of support cards away from being any type of competitive. Um, and yeah, so I mean, play this deck for fun, and if you're willing to put this much money into this deck, like fucking I have, there's a lot of cards that I bought for this deck that aren't in it anymore. So yeah, I just like it a lot. But yeah, here's for the people who kind of want to maybe play test this, or maybe they're not playing with paper and they're playing online. Try this out, and here, I'll show you guys some of the combo strings. I might put some more in, but yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys liked it, this might be my first video on this channel. Check out my other channel. Check out my Twitch. You duel in there a lot. Check out my TikTok. We open up packs. Also on my Twitch, you open up packs. And yeah, see you guys later. Peace.